Hi guys, and welcome back to Dudley Central. I just wanted to do a quick video to show you where I'm at with the layout. I realise it's been quite a while since I've last done a update video, and I've done quite a lot of work actually since I last put a video out. So in this video I just wanted to show you all the bits and pieces that I've been doing, and following up from that I'll be doing some sort of tutorial how-to videos showing how I've achieved what I've managed to do. I'm quite happy with how the layout's looking, and I'm quite eager to show you guys just some of the bits and pieces that I've been doing. I hope you like what you see. I look forward to hearing your comments and thoughts. So as many of my subscribers know, this layout is a minories based layout based in the West Midlands at the end of the 1990s and early 2000s. So we've got a lot of regional railways and central train stock, and the board is basically split in two. So I've got a station over at the left hand end, and then to the right I've got some point work which it's basically the station approach, and also on the right hand side you will have the fiddle yard. So what I've done is I've really split the layout in two, and as you can see the left hand side has received all of the attention, whereas the right hasn't received any, to be honest with you. Primarily because I was quite excited to crack on with the left hand side. I really enjoy making the station parts and all the detailing, and it's the thing I enjoy most. Putting point motors in isn't, like many of you, the most enjoyable part of a hobby, so I've gone and enjoyed it really, and just thrown myself at the station area, and I feel like it really does look the bee's knees now. I've put quite a lot of work into it, apart from that relay box. I don't know why that's sitting there, but yeah, I mean the roof really is the standout part of it in my eyes, and it's a European kit. It is a Kibri, let me find the product code. It was Kibri 39568, and it was previously on my German HO layout, but to be honest I think it looks apart on this British 00 gauge layout. So we'll have a look in better detail now at what I've been doing. So if we start off at the very far end, as many of you know, I've gone for the Metcalfe station building, and this was a really good kit. I really enjoyed making it, and I've fitted it out with lights, and I've also got sound hooked up to it as well with a little double iPhone speaker. Most of the rooms are lit. I think the top one you can't see it on there, but I'm not going to get a good enough view here. There we go. So here's around the other side, and I've left one window blank just to try and make it seem like not all the lights are on, because I feel like that can sometimes ruin the appearance somewhat. So that's the station building, and not much has changed with that. The only thing I have done since the last update in that area is to add the fencing to the platforms, and this is the scale model scenery fencing. It is marketed at more of a traditional steam layout, but I quite like the look of them, and actually when you see the likes of Birmingham Moor Street, and I think Llandudno's got a similar kind of arrangement, this kind of fencing still exists and it indicates the platform numbers, and I quite like how it has come out like that. So that's the main station building. So as we come out a little bit, so the roof structure, as I said, was a Kibri roof, and as I said, it was Kibri 39568, and it's a HO kit. I haven't fitted the front bit onto it just yet, only because I keep taking the roof off to do work, but I will do that very shortly. So the other issue I had was actually the roof struts that come with this kit are a little bit too short. If you see my retaining wall video, you'll know that I've put this kind of beam that runs along the wall, and that's where the roof ties into. But on the platform I did have a bit of a problem, and thankfully I did find some Pico supports that I had from a previous project, and in actual fact they work perfectly, and I've got a nice level appearance. Again, this is not glued down, so it's not perfect yet, and primarily because I just keep moving it to do all the work underneath, but I'm quite happy with how it's looking, and the light level underneath I think is about right. I was in two minds whether to add some lights running underneath the roof, but actually I think it might be too much. I have painted the underneath white, like you get with many canopies, and that seems to bounce the light back, and I think the platform lamps do enough for what I want. So that's the roof. So the other bits and pieces, so the platform in the middle, that has been done. I think in my last video I completed the one on the wall side. This is the island platform. It uses a very similar method. I have done loads and loads of footage filming it. I just need to find the time and effort to edit it all together, and I'll be adding a how-to video on building this island platform. Again, it's the same principle. I've used the Metcalf adhesive slabs, and I've also used the scale model scenery edging slabs on there as well, and I think they've come out quite well. The platform lamps have also been added. These at the moment are just hooked up to a 9-volt battery. I think the level of light's quite good, it's not too in your face. Sometimes I think you can have a lighting setup that can really detract from the rest of the layout. So I wanted something that was subtle but effective, and I'm quite happy with how they've come out. Something I'm not quite convinced about is these platform seats. They're not glued in, they are the Pico benches, and I bought these. They were fairly cheap, but now I've had them out, I'm not that convinced about them. They look a bit small, and I don't think they look that great. So what I have done is I've ordered a replacement set off eBay, and they are of the sort of 90s mesh style, so I think they might be a bit more fitting, but these will do for now until they arrive, and that's the plan. So the big one, and it has been ballasting. So I've ballasted all of the left hand side, and I've used a combination of medium grey blend and medium grey, and as you can see, this is the platform 1 and 2. It's come out quite well. What I did find, and I didn't realise it at the time, I used a medium grey blend, and then the medium grey looked quite dark, so what I did was I dry brushed some white paint over that side just to kind of hide it a little bit, and it did blend in quite well in the end. The other bits that I did before ballasting was I painted the track work. So I painted the rails with a matte leather paint from Humbrol. It was matte 62, and then I painted the sleepers in a timber colour, which was matte 110, and they were both Humbrol. I've also added some drainage catch pits, again they are from Scale Model Scenery. I've just kind of added them all the way along, and that goes for platform 3 and the engineering siding as well. So as we come to platform 3, you'll see a much bigger difference with the track work, and that is because I've weathered it and I'm really happy with how the weathering's come out. I always get asked how did I do it. I've never used an airbrush to weather the track. I always do it by brush, primarily because I think it gives a better look. I think sometimes an airbrush can make everything seem very uniform. But what I've done is I've used dark earth weathering powder along the sides, and then I've used smoke and a blend of dark earth along the middle, and I've done areas that are more smoky than others just to indicate where a loco or a unit might be sitting. So under the class 153 I've done it quite heavy under there, typically because I have a single car DMU sitting in that siding, and again the same goes for here, where a loco would be preparing to move the set of wagons. So that's the platform 3 in the engineering side, and as I say, I've got the catch pits in there as well. And then, I know I'm going back on myself, but of course I've added the Accurascale buffer stops as well, and they look fantastic. I think they're really good. One of the best buffers I've seen. It's not totally prototypical, but I've used the little friction stopper things. I don't know what someone will comment with the correct name. I have added them, but I know that in real life it would go much further back, but I'm not blessed with space, unfortunately, so this is the arrangement I've gone for, and I'll be honest, I never even knew they existed until they came in the pack, and I'm quite happy. So I've only fitted them to this side, only because I haven't weathered the other tracks at the moment. So I've added the cable trunking, and the idea is that this cable trunking will be wired up to the buffer stop, and about 2/3 of the way down I'll add some TPWS grids, which I think is the Train Protection Warning System grids, that sounds right. So that's going to go in there, and that's going to feed from the gap in the cable trunking there, and those are going to go there, and that'll be a nice little scene, that. And I think that's about it for what I've done. Unfortunately I ran out of weathering powder, so that's why I had to stop. So that'll be the next piece of work, and then my area really will be to look at this little patch here where the network rail van is, and I am thinking of using this little line side hut just there, but I haven't decided yet, and then it will be a case of looking at the girder bridge over that. So I hope you like what you see in terms of progress. I'm quite happy with how far it's come, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. So I have had a couple of new additions as well since I last updated you, and both of these were birthday presents, so thank you very much to those of you who got me these. So to the left, what I've got is a Helgen class 33, and it's 33030, and it's an EWS maroon livery, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's got lights on the headlights, and it's got little marker lights as well. Looks really nice, and the livery is really well applied, and it's one of the best runners in my collection, so I highly recommend those. So another unit that I've got is the Railtrack X Class 121, which is now numbered 96011, and this is in the very distinctive green and blue livery of Railtrack, and it also has my company Balfour Beatty written on the side, so I couldn't resist. I really quite like the look of this unit, and I've had my eyes on it for quite a long time now, and I think it looks really nice. It's got all the bells and whistles, it's got saloon lights, it's got cab lights and head and tail lights, and it just looks the part. I really like it, and it's my second class 121 now for the layout, and yeah. So I do apologise for the lack of videos over the last couple of weeks. I've just not really had my mojo with doing the videoing and editing, and I've just been enjoying doing the modelling stuff itself. But I hope you like what you see, and I will be, as I say, adding some tutorial videos over the next few weeks, just showing some of the methods in what I've done to create the likes of a platform and the trap weathering, and potentially some meet the fleet videos as well. So till the next time, take care and stay safe.